urbanradio.com.
Oh shit, that was a sexy voice right there. Chico X of Lion City Productions. I got my co-host Lily with me, Mr. Burns, making sure that everything is sounding good and is looking good as well. Lily, you have another story?
Yes. So another news. This is about the brain and using electricity to help stimulate some good effects. And we'll share about those effects a little bit more. So I had never really thought about the brain as like something electrical, you know, like a
circuitry.
Yeah, like a circuitry or like a toy or something that you could like recharge batteries. But now scientists are developing some technology to use electricity to stimulate certain neurological parts of the brain and help with like to stimulate memory, to help with overcoming depression, or helping people that face epilepsy seizures. And the way that it's done, it's that so this is not a new idea. This is kind of old. In the early 20th century, people would use electricity to cause people with severe mental illness to cause them convulsions, because they believed, or this would actually happen, that once there was a convulsion, the circuitry of the brain would be like reset. So
it's like pressing the reset button of your computer.
Yeah. So like a cell phone, if you need to reset it, if it's acting funny, you know.
They ask you to do that a lot of times.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see the similarities. Like it's really similar. Like the brain is really like a completely improved version of a computer.
Definitely. Like,
you know?
we can never make it. I think we can never make something as intricate and as like.
We might get to that place.
You never know, right?
You never know.
So this doctor was saying that before they used to use it, and it was like pretty severe because the convulsions would even cause people to like cause seizures, and it was like pretty dangerous. But yeah, people would still do it to treat the severe mental illness. But now, as I was telling you, like they're actually using electricity to stimulate certain neurological regions. So
I'm assuming it's a more improved, less painful.
Definitely, it's supposed to be like non-painful at all. It's just like a little bit of shock of energy of the electricity into the brain. They wire you up. They put you under maybe some tools or some technology that can
wires and some things that stick to your head that have some type of pad. I'm not too knowledgeable in that area, but yeah.
And then after that, just sending off that bit of electricity to the brain can really help stimulate memory. So they made a study to see, like, once they would stimulate the brain with some electricity to see how much you could remember. So they would do like word games or name games and memorizing, and people would show improvement. So they would memorize more states of a list, or they would memorize more names. So it definitely helps with memory. It has also helped with like depression or epilepsy seizures, but it's a bit of a new idea as far as like pushing it forward. So it's been around for some time, but people don't really haven't really endorsed it. Yeah, so
it's way more advanced than the treatments they used to do back in the day. I mean, don't think now at home that, you know, just because you don't grab a taser and they shock yourself. I want to improve my memory. You know what I mean? Because that's not gonna help. So it's way more complicated than that. I'm assuming that the current is way more.
And there's like specific
for you not
names
to feel it even and all that.
There's specific names for everything. Like I know that there's like electric shock therapy.
Yes.
Used
so that's
for something.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I wanted to mention. I mean, I don't know if I've been traumatized by the movie Rhythm of a Dream. I don't know for people that had maybe seen it before, or even the movie. What's the name of that movie of that couple with Leonardo DiCaprio and Down Love Lane or something like that? I don't remember. Road Lane. I don't remember. But it's you know, exposed a couple of characters have been through shock therapy, and I seen a couple of documentaries about electroshock therapy, and what I remember is that they're saying that it was not very effective in situations of people with other mental illness, because there was a time where they thought that electroshock therapy cured everything.
Yeah, they would prescribe it right away, and if
your
cause
brain
more damage than
was stimulated by electricity, somehow you were going to start thinking right.
Yeah.
You know, like, a little more extreme than that, but that kind of sounded like a UFO. We were invaded by UFO. But yeah, so I think in those situations where convulsions and all of that happen, I think it has been proven to be effective. Now, in other areas, I don't think it's necessary. I'm very hectic I hesitate a lot in letting somebody put some charges in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, because this is the type of hardware that it's not like, you know, if it crashes, you go to the Mac store and they give you another one, they can fix it. After this, then you're fucking done. You know what I mean? So I hesitate a lot. You know, if I'm not in these type of situations where I got convulsions or epilepsy attacks, then I wouldn't fuck with it. Memory things look. I mean, how do they know that the patients that have been playing these memory games have not improved their memory because they were playing this game? Yes.
Or there was also the idea of having it be a placebo, because they're like, oh, now you got this little shock. Oh, now all of a sudden, like, my memory is twice.
So that they prove. Okay. So maybe they might be able to prove it. You know, it might be effective. But I don't think it's completely necessary. You know, memory by playing memory games, it has been shown as well that you improve your memory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those type of exercises, like we said before, is, you know, the brain's like a muscle. So those type of exercises have proved to improve memory in certain areas.
But, you know, I believe that this method is effective to a certain extent, because I think that our body is made. I really believe that we're all like electricity. Not maybe electricity. I feel that we're energy. For example, my sister, she practices a very like strict diet where she only eats food that provides energy to her body. So, and there's only specific foods that will do that for you. So a lot of things that you think are healthy, in fact, don't have much nutritional value for you to have energy in your body, just like weigh you down, make you feel sluggish. So in that sense, it makes sense to me that you are somehow electric and that you need energy to run.
No, and that's completely true. And you know what, to be honest with you, I think we're gonna get to that point when we're gonna be able to tap in parts of the brake safely without driving the person crazy, and because a lot of what we do is like we look at nature and what nature already does. They probably already does to us. There's certain foods that stimulate certain parts of our memory, certain parts of our brain. So, you know, they give us certain types of energy. But I'm just thinking that we might not be there yet. No, you know what I mean? And maybe it's my paranoia then. Okay, let me see, you got bad memory, and then you end up being having OCD. You know, you come in for one problem, you end up leaving for another one. So, you know, I'm just a little hesitating, but I have no doubt that in the future we're gonna get to that point.
Yeah, for sure.
So cool. You know, I definitely need someone else. If somebody can hook me up, I don't know, maybe I can walk around with 2 AA batteries and stack to my head, and maybe that'll help a little bit.
Yeah, reboot that circuit.
Right?
Reset.
Anyways, let's go back with the music with Mr. Burns. We'll tell you another story, and then we continue.